Hi, so welcome back. You're still watching Mzansi Fundis. I had to reshuffle things around and put in the people that have played the game. But MTN8. The tournament is at the final. And right now what we're going to notice is what we've never expected. Gentlemen, welcome to the studio. Now let's speak about the tournament prize money. That is the first change that we've noticed this time around. What does that do for teams as a player that has played? Does it motivate them? Does it motivate the coaches?
We're talking about 10 million. The motivation by itself, it tells a lot. And then the Susan is Navatami Bonevane. If we win it, there might be something for us. That means they will go all out to make sure that they become winners at the end of the tournament. So the charity ne mutambi muna mungwe na timu yone ine baba khotodo re basko une banga ifara ngori auna tournament ine yapira MTN8 pano Africa.
True that. Fabian, I laugh every time I think of this, but your first final was this very same competition.
Very same competition. It was old FNB Stadium. This weekend reminded me of that final when I was watching the game. I wasn't at the stadium like Bruno. I was at home, watching it on television. It reminded me of my first cup final. I was playing for Sundowns.
Yeah.
We played against Chiefs. Went down to the wire penalty shootout. I step up, my first penalty, first cup final, sold out FNB Stadium. I don't know how many fans then, probably 60,000+. And I scored against my friend, Brian Bruno Baloy. We went into sudden death. Unfortunately, we lost it. But then Chiefs won it then. And it was good. It's good for football in general,
And you lost it, but ended up winning it with Kaizer Chiefs. The difference between the two teams and in terms of what does it do for your profile as a player when you win the tournament?
Look, for me, it was a question of I just not joined the team when the team was looking for a defender. So I sat down, I look at the playing personnel, I look at the setup, I look at what is happening. I started at Bloom Celtics, obviously. Then I trialed at Chiefs, I trialed at Pirates, I trialed at Cosmos before I turned pro. But then when the opportunity came for Chiefs, I went there. I even signed while I still had 3 months left with Sundowns because I negotiated with Sundowns 6 months prior to my contract expiring. And when Chiefs gave me the offer, I signed immediately because why? I supported them growing up. I watched Abu Shane and them, Abu Briggs Modao. I watched those guys. I support the Chiefs. And when that opportunity came, it's a dream came true. Not only turning professional, but also playing for your childhood team. And the rest, that's why we are here.
That's why we're here. Ronnie, it's not so much the same for you because you did get a chance to play, but you lost it in the final. And I remember with Highlands Park. And I remember with Sundowns, they were down players of the tournament. You guys struggled to really win it.
Look, I think for me, I was more of a player who always carried the smaller teams. You are right, man. Kane, it was different compared to my senior with Highlands Park. I remember on the day of the final against SuperSport, I was injured. I was waiting to do the operation on the ankle. So because I knew if I was going to play, it was going to be a different ball game because I know my ability and what I can do for the team.
That thunderous strike you once hit, I remember that goal very well in the MTN8.
No, some of them they won't talk about it because they know. Yeah, so this 2004 the experience ichenda vandu vandi kuchitoda samutu samutambi uri ndikonosvika une ndahura bolani ndipfanga MTN ndi mutatisano muhulu nga manda une uite uri zvithu zvinji zvikonadzeye nga manda kha vatambi.
The two teams that are in the final, did we expect Stellies to be there?
Look, this is MTN8. It's Wafa Wafa. I think not all of us expected this final, but for me, I think looking at the first semi-final of Stellis. They meant business. They went there with the game plan. They executed it from the staff, from the preparation, on the day, on the field of play. They won everything. They were first to the second ball, one-on-one battles individually, as a group, collectively. And they took Sundowns away from their home to Mabhida. So we know Pirates and Mabhida, they have a good relationship and understanding. I'm hoping that the Maroons...
Does it give them a bit of advantage, the fact that they've been using Mabhida?
Look, it's not really an advantage, but it plays into the strength of a Stellis team offensively, because they front three. I don't know, they're quicker than Rama, all three of them together, you know. So, but he singled it out nicely. He's talking about Mojela. There's a Barnes, there's a Devon Titus. That is to see how Pirates are going. Pirates, obviously, defending champions. They're gonna lose everything if they lose on Saturday. But for Stellis, they in there to gain anything. And you know, when you go in the cup final as an underdog, then you might get the biggest piece of meat come Saturday evening.
But Rodney, the biggest motivation for Orlando Pirates would be the fact that they're planning on making history, the first team to win it 3 times in a row. Does that give them added motivation?
I think they're the favorite. In this season, there's Manda na chitepe chiti panda Stellenbosch. Zvinenda kobonori zvidova zwithu zvine zvava zvavudi kha Pirates. Mara zvadova zvava zwithu zvine zvava a danger kavo when it comes to Stellis. Ngari Stellenbosch avana the so-called big names in their squad, but they have a big heart. And that's something that we have to look at.
We shouldn't take for granted.
I'm telling you.
Predictions, quickly, Fab?
Look, I would love to see Stellis put their name on the trophy. They've been doing well. They're losing players, but they're also producing. And I think the model, the philosophy, the culture, it stays the same. So I would want to see Stellis putting their name on there. Nothing against Amabagania. I love to play against them.
Of course, it has nothing to do with that rivalry.
With that rivalry. It's past my era now. So, but it will be good for SA football. They're already making a difference in the football, South African football for the past 2-3 years. And they've been consistent.
Rodney, quickly, score prediction?
I'm going to be loyal. Mine is Stellenbosch.
So Stellenbosch come on come.
Stellenbosch, they're going to win 1-0.
They're going to win 1-0.
1-0.
All right. Mahaitsu, there you have it. Stellis, Bariatsama, Mapagania. Do you think that is the case? Do make sure that you catch the episode next week. Even more. Remember to treat the people that you love right. Kilrata lohle, I never rock.